Against the pass, they're going to win their matchups 50% of the time, and he might be underselling it. First touch from Malik Sherrod, working through the ankle injury, ducks through.
Round type guys.
And Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator in his first year with the program. There's a rush coming from Michigan. Keene gets rid of it. Oh, what a catch! Moss up the field, slips through to mid in the Mountain West, but going last year to start their season at Purdue. Will Johnson all over the field.
Really fortified themselves at that position.
Sharp, the motion man on second down and 3. Keene, happy feet, lobs it up. Oh, that is tipped away by every series. We need to make adjustments against this team. Let's see how they do here. Get it on the ground. Sherrod wiggles through. Sherrod stays in there on second down and 7. Pitch it. Sherrod, open space. Sherrod makes a cut, and he's got a first down. Keene feeling the pressure, lofts it, end zone, Delana can't make the grab.
-8 in the second half.
And that makes it 2nd and 14 for Mikey Keene. Good time here, lofts it, sideline, Keene in the bucket for Moss. Go. This team needs touchdowns and they need them quick. Here comes the rush, Barham in pursuit. Keene's got to get rid of it, and he does. Oh, it's caught.
What did Barham do there?
Keene outside, caught. Sherrod, shifty, spins into Michigan territory, stays on his feet, extra yards after.
Because they're down 2 scores here.
Quick pass on.
Wow, that's a horse collar there. And opened up for the completion.
It'll be 1st and goal. Oh, picked off!
Too many times.
Will Johnson, one of the best quarterbacks in the country, seals it for Michigan. Pick 6, touchdown Wolverines. First down, get it to the ground. Coleman chewing up yards. He forces as many misses. Has really been impressed with his ability in that passing game as an all-around back. This time he stood up at the line of scrimmage, and a nice bolt by Will Johnson, who missed last week's game. Game record, 2 first-half sacks last week in the win over Minnesota, 27-24. Play action for Rogers. Unloads, may have been tipped and incomplete out of bounds.
Chemistry with the new quarterback, Will Rogers.
Handoff Jonah Coleman, and he pushes forward for a yard. So now they're in the red zone, and this is where they've struggled to convert touchdowns. They do get it to Jackson. The speedster on the outside can't break the tackle of Johnson, but picks up 5.
In a red zone position.
Handoff, Coleman, first down and goal. 26.
A lot of room for Boston at the top of the field.
Play action, Rogers sets the screen, lot 2. With blocking. The big man rumbling down the sideline, stayed on his feet and gets across the 40. Picks it. So 2 timeouts to work with for Washington. And Brady Gross has already missed another field goal today, and this one's a completion and a first down to Rashid Williams.
Zone.
Oh, they're not going to clock it. They're going to go. Rogers looking end zone. Boston incomplete. 4 seconds.
They went for. These are 2 incredibly athletic big men.
Right back to the air, dump it. Coleman with space, has a man to beat, and he does to the outside for the first down. 2nd and 17 with Coleman split out wide on an empty set. Rogers, Jackson makes a man miss. Jackson, shifty, may have gotten the first down. Coleman at the bottom of your screen, out wide. Rogers feeling the pressure, gets rid of it, short for Boston. But Gross has been shaky. This is a 3rd and 8. Rogers to throw, lofts it, sideline, incomplete, and a flag. Will Johnson, face coverage on Denzel Boston.
2 fouls on the play, both on the defense. Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 6, with a high hit to the quarterback. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense number 2, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Rogers gets enough on this ball, but it's back to the inside, and you can see the grab of the face mask.
It's part of today's game. First down in the long 15 now. From the 28, Ewers dumps it down, near side, caught, and out of bounds at the 20 by Jaden Blue. Remains in. Play fake. Ewers drops it off. Weisner in space. First down and more as he goes out of bounds. And a touchdown for Helm. His career high in catches. Here's the reverse. And it's Wingo still running. Ryan Wingo down inside the 5.
Defense. To pass, go to the outside. Catches made by the tight end, Manny Stevenson. Rayner to the outside, catch made, first down Arkansas State. That's his man Corey Rucker.
So uncharacteristic for Michigan, they got to get it cleaned up.
Ball on the ground, Rayner picks it up and swallowed up at the 50-yard line. Rucker is on the top of the screen, matched up with Will Johnson. Heat coming, Rayner lets it fly, and it's short. Got a man. All 3 timeouts. Heat coming. Over the middle. Incomplete. That ball popped up there for a while. Rayner to the outside. Good tackle by Johnson, pushing out of bounds. Looking to the sideline again, another big hit. Catch made by Stevenson. Jalen Rayner been inside the 30-yard line 3 different times. And only 3 points to show for it. Rayner right down the seam.
Just couldn't quite come down with it.
2nd and 20. High snap. Get it into space to Rucker. Rucker trying to slip through, and a gang of Wolverines
Today, he's usually their go-to guy.
to pass. Right side, and a miscommunication. He was looking. Rayner incomplete. Boy, blanket coverage by Will Johnson.
You're thinking 4 downs, but you have to get some yards here.
Rayner's 0 for 4 on this drive. Again, looking deep, and this one is intercepted.
Sharon said he used to sit in the dark, and Greg would walk by and said, "You're like a ninja. You never quit watching film." And he said, "Someday you're going to be a head coach." And Sharon
Comes off his guy to the outside, adjusts to the tight end, and makes the play, knocks it loose. Got to get this thing started. Michigan setting in a zone.
2 receivers to each side for Miller Moss.
Quick screen.
And there it is, just like Gary called it, but it didn't get much except a penalty.
Yeah.
From their own 4-yard line. There's the quick throw. Marks broke 1 tackle, broke a second. Might have the first down. It's off. 9 seconds off. Moss. Pressure coming late. I think somebody got a hand on it. It just wobbled out. Empty backfield. Blitz coming on Miller Moss. Throws and completes it. Got it. The 4 for the Trojans. Again, they're going to throw it out. Wide receiver screen. Branch only got about a yard out of that. Moss, quick throw. Intercepted. It's going to be a pick 6. Will Johnson will take it for the Wolverine touchdown. The slot to the right. They'll keep it on the ground to Joyner. Joyner plowed over 1 guy and got a first down, it looks like.
This is right at the end of the play, I think. Does he run through until, yeah,
Johnson.
He ran right through Johnson.
First down, just outside the 35. Here's a draw play, and straight up the gut. Lawfrey still on his feet. Now he's in a foot race to the sideline. They're as cool as I've seen. Unbelievable. Quick throw, quick catch, and a first down to Pat Bryant.